friends, I am back with some book talk. I had meant to make a few more videos before now, but I work at a university and we were on spring break last week, and I ended up taking some time off and being at home and reading actually. And I'm also a knitter and a crocheter. I'm working on a crochet blanket right now, so I did a lot of crocheting, and I just didn't do anything besides those things. Just needed to relax a little bit. So now, a week after I plan to do more videos, I am back, and I have a couple of unboxings to do. I also, at some point, want to talk about the books that I have read for March Mystery Madness, which I've had a very good March Mystery Madness, so I will talk about those. And I want to talk about some plans going forward with some of the books that are in my collection, with some things that I'd like to do. But for today, we are going to look through some Harlequin NASCAR books that I purchased from eBay in a big lot. So Harlequin NASCAR, I remember from when they were still being published, and I'm going to talk about that more in a second. But when I started dating my husband, he was interested in NASCAR and would watch the races, and that is how I became familiar with NASCAR, and it kind of struck a chord with me. You know, I thought that it was kind of cute, and when I saw the books, it's like, oh, that's appealing to me. And I guess the books came out slightly after that, which I'll talk about in a moment. And so they caught my eye, and I tried to seek them out. And I know that I had a few of them. I don't remember exactly when this was in time. I know that I read some on my Kindle. I had a few that I thought that I had, after I read them, donated them all. And I actually found one on my shelf that I brought with me here to talk about with the books that I recently purchased on eBay. And I would like to read all of these. And I'm not actually even sure if I've read the one that I found on my shelf. So let's talk. Okay, glasses, legal pad. Okay, Harlequin NASCAR. There were 91 titles in this series, and they were published from March of 2005 to December of 2010. And I went on, or saw on eBay, and ended up purchasing the listing for 8 titles, and I found one on my bookshelf. I looked just in case there were more hiding, but I didn't see any more. I didn't have that many in print. I know I read some as ebooks, but when I was searching my Amazon content library, and I couldn't find, I don't know, it was a long time ago. But my husband and I got married in 2005, so this was sometime shortly after that. So let's look. So the one that I found on my shelf is this one. So this is called Risking Her Heart by Liz Allison and Wendy Etherington. And if you look at the spine, it doesn't look like I read this one. So I don't know if I just lost track of it, you know, because I have my books multi-stacked on my bookcase, and so maybe I just didn't see it, or if I picked it up after the fact, or what I did. But this does not appear to be read, so I'm excited to read this one. This is one, it has this HQN on the spine, and I don't know if these were reissued by HQN. I'm looking. Yes. I'm not so sure of that answer. I sounded confident, but I'm not really sure that I am. It says copyright 2008. And these were published until December of 2010. When I looked in Fiction Database, this was book, I believe, 46 or thereabouts, because I just put it on my spreadsheet. And there were 91. I can't get a read. Or if some of the covers, or if they changed cover designs at a certain point, I will have to find out a little bit more. But this is the one that I had on my shelf that I don't think that I've read. So I will report back in. Okay, I have a whole stack here of 8 books that I bought on eBay, but they all look similar to each other, right? Which looks different from this other one that I have. Now, I discerned that that was from, what did I just say? 2008. Sometime in 2008? Let's see. Oh, interesting, because these, they have on the spine more information. Does it have the number? I don't think so. They don't have the number in the series, but it has the month and the year. So these were from 08 and 09. They say NASCAR Library Collection, so does this one. But this says HQN up at the top, and these do not. So, okay, I've spent enough time on that. I'll let you know. All right, so let's just take a look in no random order. We have Truth and Consequences, and this was written by Bethany Campbell. It is from May or March of 08. These are definitely in used condition, not bad used condition, but they have been read, which is, you know, that's nice. So, okay, let's see. Her father, so the heroine's father has disappeared, and with him millions of dollars stolen from his bank, customers, and even his family. But her soon-to-be ex-husband, who's a bank executive, is the one who turned her father in. Now her family faces destitution. Penny's twin brothers, then they drive in the, at that point it was called the NASCAR Next Cup Series, will lose their sponsorships and their mother may be forced to declare bankruptcy. Like, how can she fault Craig for the betrayal? So my sense of things is that, and I don't remember from what I read before, I'm just getting my bearings again now because it's been so long, is that a lot of these feature families that are involved in NASCAR in various different roles. So definitely getting the sense of that with this one. So May or March of 2008. Yeah. So, and it has like a little family, like a little bit about the different families. Oh, it's part of the Secrets and Legends series within the series. And then there's these different families therein. Okay, interesting. All right, next up we have from November of 08, Running on Empty by Ken Casper. I really like that cover. Okay, would he risk his heart and his daughter's future on his lost but found wife? So our hero is a NASCAR crew chief, and the heroine, they have a daughter together, but she deserted him, and I think their daughter, without a word, shattering their hopes and dreams. Nothing could fill the void except NASCAR. Okay, so then we get her perspective, but she had a secret that had torn them apart. Now she has a chance to atone for her mistakes and save the life of the child she left behind. Then she has to deal with the ex-husband again. Oh, very interesting. Lots of ways that could go. So that one looks very good. From August of 08, Teaming Up by Abby Gaines. Okay, let's see. After spending most of her life buried in books and academia, that's resonating with me. Despite her NASCAR roots, scientist Kim is a complete success. But when she stumbles across an old list, Things to Do Before I Die, Kim realizes that she hasn't really lived. Now it's time for her to tackle the frivolous things in life, like find a jock to date. Okay, and then our hero is a NASCAR car chief, and she asks him out. I like that premise. So, be looking forward to getting to that one. Next, we have Risky Moves by Gina Watkins. I do like these covers with the NASCAR up here and the black, and then the pictures down below, and all of the cars and stuff. So our hero is a crew chief. He's under a lot of pressure, sacrificed everything for this opportunity, but when he finds himself working with attractive publicist Amy, Toby's pressure gauge starts hitting the danger zone. Amy is not looking for romance. And for the first time, she's representing one of NASCAR's top drivers. She's not willing to risk her fledgling career for anyone. Oh. Okay. Looks good. 3 more. We have Tailspin by Michelle Dunaway, which came out in September of 2008. So these all came out in close succession to each other in 2008 and 2009. So this one says she's a personal trainer, breathes car exhaust fumes the way other people breathe air. Born and bred into a NASCAR family, Terry travels the race circuit and ensures the drivers are in great shape. Okay, so she wants to keep business and pleasure separated, but then she meets the hero. He's a good-looking single dad, and the spark plugs between the two start firing almost immediately. I love that. When Terry brings Max and his daughter to experience the behind-the-scenes world of NASCAR, it's immediately obvious that business has turned into pleasure, but when Max's ex-wife shows up in a bid to reunite her family, Max will have to decide whether to surrender or fight. That one sounds very good. All right, next we have Bethany Campbell. I feel like we had another one of hers in this pile. This one's called One Track Mind. It does feel a little bit thinner, interestingly. This one has a little bit of water damage. And the print appears a little bit smaller. I think that's, no, that wouldn't explain why it's smaller or why it's thinner. Maybe it's actually longer and that's why they had the text smaller. I don't know. Yeah, some water damage to this one, which is unfortunate. None of the others have that. Okay, but One Track Mind. So another family business. Okay, but thanks to a last-minute offer, she may be able to save the debt-ridden racetrack. So I guess her family must maybe own the racetrack. Then she discovers who her mystery buyer is. Sports agent Ken, the bad boy rebel she loved and lost. Very good. So it looks like most of the water damage is to the cover and the pages, or the back cover. The pages are not bad. So it should still be readable. That one. And our last one is From the Outside by Helen Brenna. And this is from April of 2009. And, okay, they're fooling the press, it says on here, with rumors that he has a mistress in every major city. Oh, a rookie driver, Roberto, is the quintessential playboy. That is until the motorsports company that he works for orders him to clean up his act. Fortunately, he's found just the girl to put a shine on his tarnished public image. And she's an actress. So he suggests that they date for appearances only. Oh, interesting. So I am very much looking forward to getting back to these because I love this racing world, even though I know nothing about it, and I don't watch NASCAR anymore because my husband really doesn't. Not that he has to for me to. It's just that seemed to tie into my interest a little bit. But he now watches Formula One with our son, and I've noticed that there have been some Formula One books in both the Harlequin Romance line and in Harlequin Presents. The ones that I've noticed have come out this year, and I've snapped them all up. I read 2, then there was one that, I think it's a, what is this? We're in March. I believe this is an April title because it was available on the Harlequin website, and I just purchased that one, and it's on its way to me. So actually, I just put in a big Harlequin order, and so I will have an unboxing of that when that comes in, the ones that I chose for the month. But yeah, Harlequin NASCAR, you can definitely find these on eBay. I don't see them much in like the library used book sale or anything like that, but they can be had. But with 91 books, it would take time to collect them all. I just kind of wanted to take a little dip back into that world, and I will just keep my eye out for the Formula One books and buy those because that does seem to be a little bit of a trending theme in Harlequin, which I am very much enjoying. So I have more to come. I have lots of Harlequin love and laughter to talk about. So that's going to be more than one video coming up. And I will review what I read for the month and what I purchased from the Harlequin website in terms of April books, etc. So lots of good stuff to come. So I will look forward to talking to you soon. See you soon, friends. Bye.